post-game press conference. We are joined by our best player, Calvin of Tana, and coach Jojo Lastimosa of TNT. Calvin, if you could talk to us about that second half performance, how were you able to come up with such a strong performance that led to the win eventually?
Siguro frustration din sa sarili ko. Frustration sa sarili ko kasi yun nga sabi ni coach, di ako tumitira ng first half. So he talked to me na magbakaw ka diyan, wala namang nagagalit sa iyo. Pero sabi ko sa kanya, hindi naman ganoon yung laro ko. I'm playing for my team, kung ano yung binibigay na depensa sa akin, yun yung ginagawa ko. And we just want to win and get back to this winning track. Kasi yung mga dapat panalo na games namin, talo kami. So right now we're redeeming ourselves and hopefully tuloy-tuloy.
Majority of your points of second half were 3-point shots. Yun ba yung binigay ng depensa, or were you just confident to take those?
That's my game. I shoot every day sa training, and yun yung binigay na depensa sa akin. Most of my shots are open. Kung may depensa man, yun nga, tumachamba na shoot din. And credit to Ronde for looking for me, and our point guards and my teammates.
Coach Jolas, before the game you mentioned how it's in the effort department na nagkukulang itong players mo. What can you say about the effort and the fight that they showed in today's game?
Yeah, before I answer that, Apples, gusto ko lang mag-piggyback doon kay Calvin. Calvin is nandito na sa situation sa team namin na we don't have Roger, we don't have Mikey, we don't have Jason tonight. And sometimes being the lone scorer in the team, sometimes you have to force your shots. So dapat yun lang maging mantra niya all the time, na hindi naman pwede na maghahanap ka lang ng tira mo na libre-libre. Kaya hindi ka na malilibre, ang dami na bumabantay sa'yo. So that's one thing that he needs to figure out, being our go-to guy now. So going back to your question, Apples, is that ang tagal na namin pinag-usapan yung part ng game na supposed to be we can control, which is our effort. And my saying among coaches na you cannot coach effort. It has to be something that comes out from the players. And we're getting beat in the rebounding, we're getting beat in transition defense, yung mga parts, we're getting beat on rebounds, boxing out, offensive rebounds. So all effort parts na natatalo kami. And we've been talking about that, and somehow eventually the players have to decide na sa amin na ito ngayon. Kasi hindi kami nagkukulang ng paalala sa mga players.
Coach, if you could comment as to why Ronde left the court earlier, he hasn't fouled out yet.
Ginutom yata si Ronde. I think ginutom yata siya.
Siya kumakain.
Hindi pa siya kumakain. He has this habit of storming out of the court. It's not the first time it happened, so I'm not surprised. So he has his reasons. I don't know his reasons.
Now we open the floor to questions from the media.
Coach, can you talk to us about what happened in the dugout in the halftime? Kasi grabe po yung hinabol niyo from grabing lamang ng NLEX, and then a great second half for the team.
Ano pinag-usapan natin?
Wala.
No, first we had to solve their zone. We're having a problem with their zone, so our coaches, si Josh, Sandy, figured out how to beat it, and so we're getting some baskets because we got frustrated when we couldn't beat their zone. So eventually, little by little, in the second half, we were getting some layups, getting some open shots for Calvin, for our shooters. Then they started to build confidence about how we were going to beat it, and at the same time, it gave us energy on the defensive side. But before that, I think I just thought about the guys getting frustrated, playing frustrated, and they're getting down on themselves, and eventually they have to kind of decide that they have to play. Hindi po pwede na magmumukmuk lang sila buong game. So ganun naman ng players eh. Coaches kami, we're just gonna be there to tell them ano hindi nila nakikita. But eventually the guys are gonna have to play the game. Sila yung nasa floor. They did. in the second half.
Coach, yun nga, underman kayo. Can you just talk about yung si Ponferrada, si Aurin, and even Kid Montalvo, yung performance nila tonight?
Somebody has to step up tonight. Even without Jason, ang dami na naming wala. And I was looking at the bench. Who's gonna lift us up? So sabi ko kailangan ko ng spark plug. I was looking at the bench. I need a spark from you guys. So Jewel stepped in, had some really good rebounds, putbacks, shots underneath the basket. Came out and hit at 4 threes. Kib played really well, made the right decisions, and even Q made the right decisions. Yun na naman hinahanap namin eh. For Kib and Brian not to overdo things because they're not Jason. I don't want them to be like Jason. So they just have to organize the offense. You know, if there's a lane wide open, to take that, and if there's a defense in front of them, kick the ball out. So nothing complicated. So those guys were really huge tonight.
Coach, ano lang po speaking of Jason, any update lang regarding status?
He was probable today. Yung hip flexor niya medyo may strain siya, but he's fine. He practiced yesterday. He tested it. He's fine. He said he's ready on Friday.
All right.
Thank
you.
you.
So much,
Thank you.
gentlemen. Congratulations.
Steve, walk over.
Sabi ko yung 22 points, mahirap ko na. Kulang pala.